Ladies and gentlemen, before we get on to the meat of this video, I want to point your attention to this right here. I actually got the shiny Shadow Heatran 4 days into the month of December. So pretty exciting stuff. That means I'm done waiting for this thing. That's what's up. That's what's up. And it got 15 attacks. So while Heatran isn't exactly useful in raids, not even the Shadow version, but that's still cool to get a 15 shiny Shadow Heatran. So 15 attack rather, shiny Shadow Heatran, if I do say so myself. So with all that said, let's get on to the meat of this video. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy True Inferno. Today's day is Friday, December the 5th. Okay, so I know I keep saying before we get on to the meat of this video, I did that already, but there's one thing I forgot to mention at the very beginning of this video. And again, we got to point our attention over here. I'm now at the halfway point in terms of me trying to reach level 80. I reached level 75 not that long ago. I think it was 2 days ago when I reached level 75. So right now, I gotta, oh guys, the Explorer 300 kilometers is gonna be crazy. And then we gotta defeat 100 Team Go Right Grunts. So that's not bad. I may be able to get that done within a week, but that 300 kilometers, I'm gonna try my hardest to get that done before I go to Miami for the City Safari event, which is a week from Friday. That's when my flight, a week from this video dropping. So there you go with that. There was one more thing that I wanted to look at. I guess we can look at my buddy progress. So we need to do 9 more raids before we are completed with the hyper training for this thing. So, and then at some point after that, we are going to be max buddies with this thing right there, as you can clearly see. And there's one thing that I want to show you guys. Y'all saw it a little bit. Let me find it again. It should be over here. The weekly challenges are now available. So they were doing testing out in Australia and New Zealand first, and some certain content creators got access to it. So this is actually my 3rd week doing that, and I was successful and completed a challenge. So yeah, that is now out, and it's a pretty interesting feature. It's a pretty cool feature, if I do say so myself. So yeah, if you haven't done so yet, check that out. So there you go with that. Now let's get on to the meat of this video, and it's not a news video or anything like that. I'm going on a rant. So this past weekend, it was Dynamax Lugia Max Battle Weekend. So what was going on during that time? So obviously Dynamax Lugia was out and about, and if you're lucky, you was able to get the shiny. So for example, I was able to get the shiny, which is right here. I got this on Saturday. But you know what else was happening on Sunday? Or Saturday, excuse me? Me being annoyed. Now why? Why was I being annoyed? Because I'm not going to call people out by name, but here's what would happen. And I wish there was an example of this, but there's no example of this right now. But let's say somebody in my friends list was doing a Dynamax Lugia Max Battle, and I joined, okay? So by me joining their Max Lugia Battle, their lobby went from, let's say they had 3 people in there, and there was room for 1 more, and I joined, and now it's full. So once that lobby full, wherever timer it was at originally, let's say the timer was at 55 seconds, but because a 4th person joined, or in this case it was me, that timer went down from 55 seconds to 15 seconds. So at that point, I'm getting my Pokemon ready, I make sure that they're healed and all that jazz. You know, I'm looking around at my surroundings around me, because that's what you're supposed to do. And then I look at my phone, there's like 3 seconds left, and 2 people dipped out. 2 people dipped out. And because of that, I now enter the max battle, and my remote raid pass is used up. So now I'm like, yo, I got to do this raid, otherwise I lose a raid pass. And this keep happening over and over and over again. And I'm like, why are y'all backing out? Why are you people backing out? And I'm not gonna say it make no sense, because it's one thing to say, oh, you have a squad of 4 people that's local, or that like you banded together online and you wanna do raids together, stuff like that. And in that case, here's the thing about that one. Here's the thing about that one. If you're trying to do these max battles locally or privately, and you don't want anybody else in your friends list to join you, here's what I recommend you do. And this is where the game comes to play. You click on the Pokeball, you go to settings, and then you're going to scroll down until you see, I believe it's advanced settings. No, it's not advanced settings. Instead, I believe it's general. Let's see. Yes, it's general. And you're gonna scroll all the way down until you see sharing. Now, the one thing we're looking at is share, raid, and max battle attendance with friends. Let's read what this says. By sharing, friends will be able to join the raid, as my voice is shot because I'm tired. By sharing, friends will be able to join a raid or max battle you're in directly from their friends list. So what that means is, if this is checked, and in my case it is, you can see the green is checked. So anytime I'm in a raid, or I'm in a max battle, Dynamax, Gigantamax, it don't matter. As long as this is checked on, everybody on my freaking friends list will see, assuming that they sorted out by at a raid, everybody on my friends list will see that I'm in a raid, that I'm in a max battle of some kind, and they are eligible to join it. So if you don't want people to do that, again, you go to the Pokeball, you go to settings, you go to general, scroll all the way down, the second one from the top of the sharing box, you turn it off. You turn it off. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult. Because if you don't want people to join your max battles, if you don't want people to join your raids for some dumb reason, you do this. You simply do this. Now, let me put it to you like this. I wouldn't necessarily say I confronted somebody on my friends list who were doing this directly, but here's what was going on. They was like, I was raiding with my local group. My local group was backing out. My local friends was backing out. Okay, so again, you have a group of 4, and somebody might have been left out, something like that. Okay, that's fine. So in that case, y'all should have got together and said, yo, make sure this is turned off. If you have a bunch of friends that like to jump in your raids, that jump in your max battles, make sure this is off. That way, your friends ain't losing remote raid passes, which costs a lot of money. Because this kept happening over and over again when I'm trying to join a max battle, trying to do Dynamax Lugia. I want the shiny too, and I'm willing to use the remote raid passes for that. But when people are backing out at the last minute, and I don't catch it in time, I lose the remote raid pass, and now I'm pissed. So, bottom line, if you don't want people, you or whoever it is that is local to you, if you don't want anybody to remote into your raids, then you need to go into the setting, generals, scroll down to sharing, turn that off. Turn this off right here. Turn it off. It's not that hard. It only gonna take you 5 seconds. Turn that off. Because now, at this point going forward, if this happens, now I'm gonna have to kick people off my friends list, because now I'm losing remote raid passes. Other people are losing remote raid passes. So now it's like, yo, we can't be doing that. So now I'm gonna have to boot you. And at this point, I don't care if this was like your idea. I don't care if it was your local group idea. But the fact of the matter is, you have the power to go into your settings, to go into your general, and turn this off. If you don't want anybody to remote into your raids because you said so, or because anybody in your local group said so, turn that off. Turn that off. It's not that hard. Turn that off and keep that off until you need help from your remote friends, and then you can turn this back on. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. So that's my rant for this video right here. And I'm gonna call it a wrap because I'm tired. So if you wish this part of the video, leave in the comment section below, rant. If you wish this part of the video, leave in the comment section below, rant. And at the very end, you should see 2 cards. One of them will be something that YouTube recommends. The other one will be the last video that I put out. So check out all my videos. Remember, I will be at City Safari in Miami next week. So that's gonna be exciting. I'm gonna have at least 1, maybe 2 videos from that. Pretty fun stuff, if I do say so myself. I'm gonna call it a wrap. So with all that said, y'all know what this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah, my voice is shot. Subscribe. Thanks, man. After you subscribe to the channel, make sure you click the bell icon so you never miss a new video or a live stream ever again. Thanks, guys.
Lewis the trainer, articulating paint. With my tongue, I done things that people said I can't. Now they rank them with the elite, but it's for the people, and victory is part of defeat. Cause when you get back on your feet, then you try again. Learn from mistakes, show them that I got what it takes, and I'm dying to win. I'ma hit and move away.